Hi, Sajie. Welcome to Love Notes for Dummies podcast.
Hi, Natalie. How
Hi.
are you?
I'm doing
I
amazing.
love that.
I have been anticipating you. Oh my God, your smile is beautiful.
Thank you.
I love that smile.
Thank you so much.
You're making me laugh, Sajie. What are you
Well,
laughing
they
at?
say that smiles are what, infectious? Or,
Yes, and beautiful smile.
Thank you.
So listen, Sajie, I see that you're born in Jamaica and you moved to Miami when you were 3.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Well, I mean, I don't really remember much about it, but yeah. So my mom immigrated here when me and my sister. I was 3. My sister was 1.
Okay.
From Jamaica. My grandparents already lived here. They were already established, and that's how they kind of sent for my mom. And then my mom was like, if my kids can't come, I'm not coming.
Wow.
So then we were able to come with her. So that's how we moved here in 1997.
Wow. Okay, so you've been here for a minute.
Yes.
Yeah. Do you ever go to Jamaica for just a visit?
Yeah, so in the beginning, my dad still lived in Jamaica, so we still would go back and forth. Like in the summers, we would still spend it with my dad until my dad was able to get his citizenship and then move to America too.
Oh, okay. So everybody basically came here, your whole family.
Yeah, well, my immediate family, yes.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Amazing. So I see that you're single.
Single, not married.
Single, not married. Okay. So are you saying you're in a relationship?
Yes, I am seeing someone.
Okay. Got it. All right. But you're not married.
No, I'm not married yet.
Okay. So are you guys serious, or you're just more or less going with the flow? Tell
Oh no,
me.
we're very serious.
Oh, you're very serious. Okay. I like that. So you're in a committed relationship.
Yeah, we are in a committed relationship. It's very exciting.
Oh, that's so awesome. How long you guys been together?
It's been almost a year and a half now. Yeah,
So did you feel that you found the one?
I felt like that the moment I saw him.
Wow. So it was instant chemistry.
Yes.
And I assume he feels the same.
Yes.
That's all that matters. No children.
No children. Well, him.
Uh-huh.
He has kids. Yes. He has
Okay.
kids.
But you.
No, I don't have any kids.
I love that.
No.
Okay. And do you want kids?
Yes, I do want kids.
Okay.
I want at least one.
All right. And are you trying to hold out or?
Marriage.
Ooh, that's what I was waiting for.
Yeah. When he marries me, I will go ahead and do that.
I absolutely love that because you have so many women don't think like that. So that's very smart of you. And believe me, he's going to respect you for that.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes. Me and my client had a conversation last night about it. And she was just like, people try to downplay marriage, but in God's eyes, there's a covenant over a family when you do it right in comparison to starting a broken family where you don't feel that same type of protection.
Absolutely.
And because I have 2 parents also, like I do feel like there is a difference when
Absolutely.
you're raising your kids with a partner than when you're doing it by yourself.
I totally agree with you. And that's very smart of you because, like I said before, you have so many women do it so backwards and it never works out for them. You understand? And I'm not saying that you, just because you're married, is going to work.
Yes.
However, it's done properly. You understand? It's done in God's way. You understand?
Yeah. It's the way you optimize your most protection as a woman before
Absolutely.
because you're going to give so much in that relationship. So you want to make sure that they feel the same way about you. And I feel like if you want to have kids with me, then you should be able to marry me. Like, point blank, period. That's a bigger commitment than the ring, to be honest.
Oh my God. Because that's exactly what I tell my ladies. If he wants to live with you, he will marry you. If he wants to have kids with you, he can marry you. Okay? And this is something that women have to understand. So when I meet women like you who think like that, it's so refreshing.
Thank you.
Please make sure you stand firmly on that.
Oh, well, it's been 32 years. I'm going to keep standing on it.
Absolutely. Love that. Love that. So, Sajie, your hobbies are working out,
Yes.
reading, going to dinner with friends, that is.
Yes.
Traveling, and being in nature.
Yes.
Love that.
Yeah.
So tell me, what does a day look like for you when you're just not doing anything? What does that day look like?
Okay, so my days, like my off days, so the first thing I'm always going to do is start my day with a workout. I believe that it's very important to pour into myself first thing in the morning, and I like to start my days early. So typically my weekdays, I'm starting at 4 a.m., 4:30 a.m. On my off days, maybe like 6:30, 7 a.m. I get a little bit more sleeping time, but I still like to be up before others because it's just so much peace in the morning when it is quiet and there's no one to interrupt you. So that is like how I typically start my day. I like to start my day with like music, gospel, or something not secular because
Yes.
I just need to get it going
Yes.
and get my heart rate going.
Yes.
So I go to the gym. I'll train my clients. I'll work out. Then typically I'll probably go meal prep, work on some work stuff that I have to do, get in touch with like my mentors because I have 2 mentors right now for real estate and also like a new thing that I'm trying to do.
Awesome. Okay.
And then like studying. I've been spending a lot of time studying as of late.
Oh, great. And mentorship is super important. And anything that you're doing, you need a mentor if you want to elevate and do things correctly. So, I like to definitely encourage anybody who is trying to step into anything, whatever it may be. You need to find a mentor.
Correct. It's very important to have people in your life that are in places that you're trying to go.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And as far as you mentioned, like you like to start your day off with music. I'm the same exact way. When I wake up, I have this, it's called chill beats or something like that. It's just very nice, soothing. I'm going to say very soothing music. It just gives me it just wakes me up, but it wakes me up in a refreshing manner. You understand? I cannot listen to that boom box. I can't listen to that kind of stuff.
I listen to like more like soft rock. Yeah. Shockingly, like I like to listen to like a Maroon 5 when I'm waking up, just something that makes me feel like I don't like preppy or peppy, like not trying to mellow out, but I also like the words have to have some meaning too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's my thing with music. So I love to start my day with music. Plus, I also felt like music helped me a lot on my fitness journey in the beginning. So I have a very deeply rooted relationship with music.
I love music. I'm the same exact way. So tell me more about you and what you are most passionate about.
So I'm most passionate about helping women reach their full potential.
Love that.
As someone that has struggled, I have struggled so much with like my inner work on myself. I love the fact that like I get to be a person that has done a lot of the trial and error and become like this like figure to women where I'm a resource where I can kind of ask me anything because I've probably already been through it and I can kind of tell you, give you an idea where it's gonna go, and then you make the best decision best for yourself. But if you can avoid a lot of the pain that comes with some of our decisions, I would love to stand in front of you and do it for you because I kind of already done it, especially in this like health and fitness realm. And that's like one of the biggest thing I feel like I give my clients is you are working with someone who has done the work inside out. I don't just look good on the exterior. I really do make sure I cultivate exactly what you see on the outside on the inside. I look good, but I am an amazing person inside, and I look as good as I look because my internal work has been so great. So that has been my biggest passion. I'm someone that has dealt with severe depression, anxiety, ADHD, heartbreak, all of these things, and it's like you feel like the world is ending when bad things happen, but you really don't see the refining that's happening when the bad things are happening for you to turn into who you're supposed to become. And I kind of just want to be that person that's in women's lives to help them through the fire so that they don't give up. Because it's hard in the fire, but if you have somebody that's willing to go through it with you, that I don't feel like I'm going to get burned in it anymore. Like I feel like I'm protected in the fire. It makes their transition a little bit easier and a little bit more enjoyable to want to stick to it for the long term. Because my goal here is long-term results, not short-term results.
Yes. I love that. Oh my God, I love that. And something you just said as far as, looking good on the outside, but also looking good on the inside. That is so deep and that is so important because you have people that look good on the outside and the inside of them is like horrific. Like ew. You know what I'm saying? So
in society's helped that be a thing. So, it's like also just knowing that like serving, but being purpose driven and having faith and having that higher calling and understanding that we're here to help others is what makes you want to do the good work inside, because now you know that this is really God's work and you're just a vessel doing it for him, right? So, and that's how I approach anything. Like if I don't love it, the purpose is not there, I don't feel like I'm being fulfilled or I'm helping people, it's very hard for me to stay there and feel motivated in it. Yeah,
totally agree with you. So what inspired you to get into the fitness industry and what keeps you passionate about it today?
Okay. So fitness, well, I will say working out, sports, being athletic, active has been a part of my life forever. Like, I
Yeah.
played baseball young. I've always loved being outdoorsy, sport. I've always loved it. But my world took a rock at 22, well, 24. I went through severe depression after, like, my longest relationship ended abruptly.
Yeah.
And I did not think that, I didn't have the tools and the resources I needed to navigate that the best way that I could without destroying who I was.
Who you were, right.
So, and I destroyed who I was in that process, and I watched myself abandon myself and fall into extremely severe depression.
Wow.
And through me being severely depressed, I had a friend at the time in high school, and he was an athlete, and he would take me to the gym with him, like, and we would just go to the gym, and I would just be in the facility. I wasn't there to work out or do anything, but it was just being around people, and it just started to make me feel good. So then I would start working out. Eventually, I'm coming, so let me put my sneakers on.
Yeah.
And then the owners there were actually close friends of me and my ex at the time, so they kind of became like this, like, shoulder for me to, like, lean on, and this ear. So the wife, me and her developed a very close friendship, and she became my trainer. And through talking to me, through spending time with me, through just, like, really helping me release and unpack, she helped cultivate this person that you see.
Amazing.
And at first, like I tell people all the time, why I highlight the inside out part of my journey is because I did not start with the intention of looking good.
Wow.
I started with the intention of feeling good.
Yes,
And
yes.
I feel like I tell people all the time, you get different results when you are focused on how you feel and not how you focus on you look, because your looks are fleeting. And we're women, and our
That's
bodies
right.
fluctuate all month
All the
long.
time.
So you're never going to look the same all the time anyway. So that can
Absolutely.
never be just the only unit of measurement that you're using to gauge anything as a female.
Right.
So it was about my feeling. I used to come to this place, I can talk, I feel loved, I feel like I'm
Seen.
you know what I'm saying?
Heard.
And they want to help me, and they see things in me, and they're motivating me, and they're getting me in this place where it's like, I don't feel so down on myself anymore. I'm not talking to myself out the neck. I'm like, negative self-talk was such a big thing too. And watching myself really, like, overthrow negative self-talk, because really
Wow.
that is our true enemy, the
Yes.
way we talk to ourselves.
That's right.
And just to see people really, like, rally for you, I had no other option but to want to stay there more. And I would just spend hours and hours and hours there.
Oh,
Until
wow.
one day my trainer, she was like, you would be amazing at this. She was like, I see how you interact with my clients, how you are. Like, she was like, why don't you take clients? She was like, I can teach you how to become a trainer. We can give you whatever you need. And I was like, no. I said no. I said,
Really?
yeah, because I felt like what she was for me, that was a huge shoe to fill.
Right.
And I'm thinking, like, I have to be that for someone else, but not just one person, but for so many others. Like,
Yeah.
and I really feel like I put a lot on her. Like, and I would not be here without her. Like,
Oh,
she
wow.
really
That's amazing.
helped me just remember who I was, because she's a strong woman herself.
Yes.
So, and I feel like I needed that, like, presence, because I did not have that, and I felt like that helped me come out of so much turmoil inside. So she helped me a lot. And then one day she was just like, I made you a flyer, post it and see. Like, very persistent, because I could have started months ago. And I literally just obedient, because I had started also learning obedience through fitness. And we'll talk about how fitness brought me closer to God. But
Yes.
I will tell you, it is how I learned certain principles, because you had to show it to yourself first. And then now I can kind of correlate it with other things. But
Yeah.
I remember being very resistant on my journey. Like, oh, I don't want to do upper body. I don't want to do this. I just want my legs to be nice. I just want to I just want this. And it's like, we think we know it all, and we don't know anything. And she was like, just trust me. And I remember that day, and I was like, okay, I'm going to relinquish control, and I'm going to trust.
Yeah.
I would not be what you see in front of you. And I never gave up control, because I kept trying to do it my way.
Your way.
And I ended up creating something that I never even thought was imaginable.
Yes.
So that's why I say, I'm so glad I shut my mouth and I listened. And through that process, she was able to put me on a flyer, put it out there. My first month, I had 8 clients.
Whoa.
I've been in business since. That was April 2019. September 2019, even better. August 2019, we went on a birthday trip with my friends to Tulum. On the trip, when we landed, exactly as we land in Tulum at Margaritaville, I said, you guys, 2020, I'm going to be self-employed full-time.
Right.
Kept saying it. That was probably Thursday. Monday, I get back to work. I get a call. Hey, we're actually doing away with your position, your role completely. If you would like to apply internally to another department, feel free. But after like a certain amount of days, this won't exist anymore. Most people would have took that as, oh my God.
Yes.
Me and my trainer, she was like, oh, that's amazing. She was like, that means you could be full-time now. Because you just said, and I tell people all the time, your words are so powerful, which is why I said negative self-talk. I said just days prior to that, I'm going to be full-time 2020. God said, no, you don't gotta wait till 2020. I'm gonna give you 3 days. Now you're full-time. And then I literally never panicked. I remember calling my trainer. I was like, girl, this is what's happening. She was like, congratulations. She was like, now you can be here full-time. And she taught me how to believe in myself. That was like the real like message there. Yes. You don't need any other security but the security within yourself.
Absolutely.
As long as you believe that you can create, it's creatable. And I watched how I did not panic. And I'm about to lose my income.
Yes.
The stability that I had.
Yes.
I'm about to go into this uncertainty with this career. But I love what I'm doing. I'm passionate about it, and passion will bring you the results because you're willing to work on it every single day. And
that's
you're consistent.
Right.
And I watched how I thrived. COVID hit, March 2020? So I'm a fresh entrepreneur.
Yeah. Oh,
and I'm going into COVID. Do you think my business was hurt during COVID? No. I diversified. Now I'm online. Now I'm virtual. Now I'm making ebooks. Now I'm figuring out ways how to serve and show up because people want you because they see what you do.
What you're doing.
And that's why I tell people all the time, the results is in the work that you do. People will seek you out if you're doing the work.
That's right. They sure will. But you have to do the work. And what you said was so interesting, that you was going through such a rough period because of that breakup. You was going through depression and all of that. But you know what's so amazing about it all is how God directed you to that lady. And she was just not a mentor to you. She was like
my world. I call her
an
my
angel,
world.
an angel. Absolutely.
Yes.
Like a real angel. And this is what I tell people all the time. You don't need to stress, okay? Because God sits up high and he looks down low. And you have to understand, once people understand that God uses people to bless you, God uses people to get his message to you. If you truly say you are a believer, you have to stand firmly on your faith.
Absolutely.
Because when you do that, you allow God to do what he needs to do. But when you're trying to hold control and do it yourself, I promise you, it's not going to work.
It's never
You
going to work.
understand? If you say that you believe and you say that you trust in him, that is.
Correct.
You have to stand firmly on your faith and let him do what he do.
Agreed.
So when I listen to your story, again, that was just God doing what he said he's going to do. And look at you. You look amazing. You're talking about you went through a depression? You don't even see that. I see nothing but blessings on blessings on blessings on you.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. For someone just getting for someone just getting started, that is, what's the most important habit they should build first? Someone just getting started in fitness.
It's so crazy. I'm actually doing a series right now on my Instagram, and it's called "If I Was Starting My Weight Loss Journey Today and I Were You, What Would I Do?"
Wow, you kidding?
And I'm on part 3. So actually, I will tell you, it's really not even a habit. I don't think that's the most important thing. And I'll tell people all the time, the most important thing when you are starting anything, not even just fitness journey, anything, I need you to always look into the mirror and talk to yourself. And you must make an agreement with yourself. I say, what saved me on my journey to stay in it was that day on October 30th, 2017 at 9:30 a.m. I looked in the mirror and I did not like what I saw.
Wow.
And The thing about me is I'm very solution based. I don't fixate on problems. I'm very solution based. You have a problem. You're sad. You're not motivated. You don't love yourself. You actually hate yourself right now, but you don't want to, and you don't believe that that's what God wants for you. So if you want change, you must change. And I realized that like the trajectory that I was on was not in alignment of where I knew that that's where God wanted me.
Yeah.
And so that day I made a commitment to myself that I would do whatever it takes to change. And I did exactly that.
Wow.
And I tell people all the time, that is the most important thing, because when I go back and I look at that picture, I remember standing in front of that mirror, and every time I think of what I saw and how I felt and how defeated and hopeless, and you don't want to feel like that about yourself at all, not even when things are bad, because despair does not get you anything.
No.
And realizing that young, and I was 24 when I realized that, and it was just like, you're 24 years old, you're almost 200 pounds. If you don't do something now, then next year you'll be what, 210? Then the year after that you'll be what, 225?
That's
then
right.
And once I started to look at it like that, because now I'm reverse engineering in my head, because your habits are going to have a consequence. Are
Absolutely.
you prepared to answer for these consequences? You have all these things in your family. Do you want to be just another statistic? Do you want to aid in your health's deterioration? And you're only 24 years old. This is when you should be enjoying your body. This is when you should feel your best, look your best. But you are afraid to show your body. You cover it up. You hate yourself. You're at your youngest. So what are you going to say your 30s, the quality of your 30s is going to feel like your 40s or 50s if you're thinking about longevity?
Yes.
And because we are aging, so it only gets worse. So if you don't feel great now, it's only going to get worse. And once I had that very honest conversation with myself, I was willing to do whatever it takes.
Wow. Love that. Absolutely love that. So how do you recommend people stay consistent when the motivation fades? Because you have people that will start and be like totally geared up. Oh, I'm going to be working out A, B, C, D. And then in the next week or two, it's like, oh, not today.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with having rest days.
Yes.
I think the most important thing with people when it comes to building consistency is you got to learn to say no. If you don't learn how to say no, you'll never be consistent in anything.
Yeah.
Consistency requires you to rework your schedule in a way where only that thing that you're focused on is the main character in your life.
Yes.
No is going to be your greatest friend when you are trying to achieve a goal, because a lot of times people are not consistent, not because they don't want to be consistent, but they allow life and the things that come with life to impact them too much, and they don't have enough control.
Yes.
So if you learn how to master a strong no, when Stacy hits you up on Thursday knowing you got to cut off your meal plan at 8 p.m. to go out to go get drinks at 10 o'clock, hey girl, I'm on this journey that I'm trying to get right. When I hit this goal, we can go out and do whatever. But until then, catch you later.
No.
And being able to say that and be firm in that, and knowing that you are protecting yourself.
Yes.
And don't let nobody ever make you feel like the decisions that you make for the betterment of your life goes against what they need for just convenience or just fun for in the moment.
Yes.
What you do today matters. What you do tomorrow matters. Every day compounds, and then next year and the year after that, you're going to be seeing the effects of your decisions now. So I tell people all the time, if you want to get serious about building consistency, learn how to tell people no. It's okay to let people down.
Oh yeah.
If you make yourself proud.
Absolutely. And you have a lot of people that have a problem saying no. And just like you said, when you have committed to doing something, whether it's fitness or whatever it may be, you understand? And when you have people around you, especially them knowing what it is that you're trying to do, and they come to you knowing what you're trying to do, it's okay to say no. You know what I'm trying to do.
Correct.
You understand?
But you know how I get my clients?
How?
So I train some phenomenal women, nurses, doctors, attorneys.
Wow.
You're talking about, you do all of these amazing things. So I look at my clients, I'm like, well, you're an attorney. So you can't eat right for 30 days, but you could study to get into school and pass the bar. It's kind of harder to me.
I like that. That's interesting.
Like,
that will make you self-reflect.
What do you
Wait a
mean
minute.
you can't eat clean for 90 days? You passed the bar. went to law. Like, what do you mean? You have already shown in evidence that you can do anything.
Absolutely.
So why would you think that this is where God tells you, no, you can't? You can hit your ceiling here as well. And I have to remind them that all the time, because I think that, like, unfortunately, we don't get the luxury of being great at everything all at the same time.
Right.
And then we discount things, parts of ourselves. But it's like, you don't have to be the best, but you still want to make effort in all areas of your life, because they all blend together and they create the powerhouse.
Yes,
of
yes.
the woman that you're trying to become. But most of us, that's what we want.
Oh gosh, that's amazing. You're so right. What roles does mindset play in achieving long-term fitness goals?
Mindset is everything. Mindset is everything. The mind controls the body.
Everything.
So the body does what the mind tells it to do. I tell people all the time, you're not weak physically, you're weak mentally. And your physical capabilities is just shown through the lack of how you don't train your brain. I'm also an advocate for mental health and therapy. I've been in therapy for over 4 years now. It's all a part of the journey. Granted, when you catch yourself to add it on, it's going to be on you. But you must train your mind. Like you train everything else.
You
your
have
body, because it is the most important muscle. If you don't have this, you are brain dead.
You're in trouble. I'm seriously.
So the mindfulness and mindset is going to be key. That's why I said you to have longevity in fitness, you have to have a why that is beyond what most people's whys are. And I see that is why people fail. If your sole purpose for doing everything is always pure vanity, it'll never last.
Yes. And you won't.
It won't.
It will not last.
No. So that's why for me, it's like I stay the course because my purpose is attached to something greater than me. So I'm going to always want to clock in, because I'm not doing this because of me. I do this because I feel good, and this is how I contribute to society every single day. So I care about my legacy. When I'm gone, what people will say, I helped.
Yes. And the thing about fitness, because like I say, I'm literally at the gym at least, I'm going to say 3 to 4 times a week. For me, it's my 1 hour personal self-care. That's number 1. Number 2, I just like the physical aspects of it. You understand? I just don't like feeling stiff or feeling, I don't want to be like that. You understand? And not only that, I take pride in the way that I look. That's another thing. You understand? And I just feel that when people include fitness in their daily, lifestyle, the way you look on the day-to-day basis is absolutely amazing. I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50. You can tell when a person is working out because it shows in their appearance.
Yes.
You understand? So this is why I tell women, we're all going to age, okay? But age gracefully, age looking fabulous, you understand? And I just feel as we all get older, fitness is super, super important. And what is 1 hour? What is 1 hour a day? I mean,
I don't have an excuse for anybody when it comes to that, because I'm like, you can do that an hour doom strolling on your phone, and by the time you looked up, you could have did a whole routine and been so much closer to your goal, felt better. But now you're sitting here just doom strolling. Now you feel worse in that hour. When I could have made you feel so great.
And then the thing about it, it makes you feel amazing. Like, people look at it for some reason and they're like, oh no, that's too much. But the way that, I don't know about other people, but the way that I feel when I finish working out, listen.
Yeah, there's nothing like it.
I will take that over a Red Bull any day. And that's for real.
I agree.
So what are your top 3 non-negotiables for living a fit and balanced lifestyle?
So my non-negotiable, number 1, you must be on a structured meal plan.
Oh, yeah.
Like, the older I'm getting, the more I realize how much food is just really so important. Like, it's more important than the working out now as you get older, because you already mastered it, right? You spent, that's the point. You get young, get good at it, where it becomes easy to do now, because the food is the hard part that you're gonna need the time to dive into. Because I think with food, it's like people just lack the knowledge. The more knowledge I feel like you learn around the American diet, the more you want to consume it less.
Yes.
And that's really all that happened for me. So my number 1 non-negotiable, I must be on a structured meal plan. It's fine if I have like my moments where I'm like maintaining or I'm traveling or whatever, but I need to always get back on that horse. I need to always have some type of plan, because if not, then you lose everything that you worked so hard for. My second non-negotiable for living a health and wellness life is keep the stress to a minimum. Your cortisol levels, ladies, when they spike, it is like fighting to get body fat off of your body.
Wow.
So it's so important to manage your stress, and stress kills.
Oh.
So I don't want to be somebody that like is always looking just like you look stressed out.
Yes.
I don't. So I feel like if I'm always constantly in a state of I'm stressed, it's gonna be hard for me to navigate my life the way that I need. And like I tell people all the time, I work in a field where I am constantly talking to people.
Yes, yes.
You need to be in a good mood, so you have to manage your mood like the best that you can, because I'm a woman and we got got our days, but it's like trying to make sure you always aware that you are in the presence of others that are coming to you and looking for you to pour into them, and being mindful of that. So that has been a big thing for me, working with ladies, because I work with other ladies and we are all women. So it's like you got to learn how to make sure you navigate that space in the best way, and so delicately and so like understanding, because we all have our days, but grace is a beautiful thing to be able to extend.
It is.
And then my third non-negotiable for my healthy life is touch grass. Touch grass. Like sitting out in nature, maybe because I'm also an earth sign, but like
I love nature. Yes.
No matter what I'm going through in life, you will find me outside sitting somewhere and being one with the earth. It is the only way I feel grounded. I feel balanced. I feel like I have control. And I think that is like a non-negotiable for me.
Yes, yes, I love that. And it really makes a difference. As simple as that may sound, believe it or not, it's really, really worthy, and it really makes a difference for you to go outside, sit, and just inhale and exhale. So I totally agree. And also with the meal preps, you're absolutely right about that. And because I love to eat. I love going to restaurants and having dinner. However, throughout the week, I try to make sure I'm more or less on a very healthy lifestyle tip. You understand? The salads, the grilled chicken, things like that, the salmon, Yeah. So Monday through Thursday, that's where I'm at. Now on the weekend, I'm like, okay, I'm going to treat myself. I'm going out to eat, whatever. But that really plays a role, because believe it or not, the fitness for me, and maybe you can agree, a big part of it starts in the kitchen.
It's the most important part.
Yeah.
And I tell, as I'm getting more seasoned with my knowledge, and just like with the more holistic eating, it is the way that we as women should be eating to feel our best. Like, we don't understand how much the American diet is bringing chaos to our hormones, and we are acting in ways that are not normal, because we are not eating in a way that optimizes how we are supposed to be thriving with our bodies.
Yes.
We don't even know about cycle syncing. We don't know these things about our body. So like, could you imagine that we are our resistance in our body?
Yes.
So,
love that.
Food is so important.
Very important. If someone could only do one thing to improve their health this year, what would you tell them?
Start walking.
Start walking.
Yeah. Start walking. Yeah. I think that people think that it is so much harder than it is, when it's really just starting and seeing it through every day, and let it compound, let it all add up. I think that's people's biggest mistake. You quit right before it gets too. It's like, you almost there. You never get to see it, because you quit the day before you would have got it all. And that is really what I learned. It's like, I don't look the way I look because I did something different. I just kept going for a long time.
Yeah, you put the work in.
Yeah, so exactly. At my 8-year fitness anniversary come October. So when people see me, I'm like, oh my God, you look at me. Yeah, 8 years of consistency. I've been doing this for 8 years. No days off.
And it shows. And then walking, you could just start out with 15, 30 minutes, but it gradually increase, because, you have those people that, they're not workout people, but they want to start the workout. So like I tell people all the time, you don't have to go in with this mindset, you got to go hard. Start simple and gradually elevate.
And I also say walking, because I feel like walking is the easiest way for you to start that mind and body connection.
Yes.
Because in the gym, it might be a little bit more intense if you're also somebody that needs a little bit more work. But I feel like when you go walking, and I tell people all the time, pay attention to your body. Your body is sending you, I just realized how many people are not in tune with their bodies. Your body is signaling you all day long
Yes.
about what it wants, what it
Yes.
needs. We're ignoring it. We're giving it too much of what it doesn't want. And that is why it's malfunctioning on us. But if you go out and you are out of shape and you go take a 15-minute walk and you feel like you're out of shape, if you go do that every single day, after a certain amount of days, that 15-minute walk, you will no longer be out of breath. And then you're going to want to go for 30.
That's right.
And then when you get to that point, then you're going to want to go for 45. It's the best way to do it in a small way where it doesn't seem like too much, but you can add on to it. And that's who you want to build onto it. But no one is ever going to be like, oh, go walk. And be like, oh, I got to do that. Oh, I got to go do all that. Walking is nothing. You do that every day anyways. This is just a little bit more intentional.
Exactly. And you just setting aside for this time to go walk.
And as it gets easier, you're going to want more. And that's how you trick yourself into getting more.
Yes, yes, I love that. Now, this is a question, and I just want to get your thoughts. What are your thoughts about women who would prefer getting the cosmetic surgery instead of putting in the work to get the body that the cosmetic surgery could give them? Because you have women, they go get all of this surgery, and then they'll hit the gym and say, you just need to work out. But you can clearly see that this is a cosmetic body. What are your thoughts about that?
Okay. So I'm going to talk about this from a professional standpoint. Because personally, if I'm on a personal note, I believe that women should do whatever their heart desires. Yes. I feel like only you know what it feels like to be you, and whatever you need to do for you to feel good within yourself. I can never be the one to tell you that. Absolutely. I just know how I'm going to go about it.
Yeah.
You can go about it however. Respect.
Yes.
Now, when it comes to the fitness side, and you're never going to get the fitness body going on the table.
Yes.
It doesn't. You can't run with us.
Right. Right.
You can't run with us. You can't sit with us. I'm so sorry.
Yes.
And no shade, no shade.
It's just being real.
But there is a certain level of gratification and evolving that you do within yourself when you do hard things and you get through hard things.
Yes.
Because your understanding of keeping it is different. This is the difference between laying down on a table and actually working for it.
Yes.
When you go lay on the table, you actually never change your lifestyle. You never change your habits. You never change your diet. Therefore, you can go pay and go get that nice body. But when I see you 6 months after that body, you're going to look like a biscuit, like busted out.
Yes.
And like a little, it's not going to look good.
Not going to work.
In comparison to someone that may take 7-8 months to get to where they're trying to get. But they've actually unlearned their bad habits. They actually are doing hard things. So they believe that they can do hard things. And they're going to be more likely to stay on track to get to their goals because they see the benefit of it. Because you have to unlearn the habits, relearn new ones to have anything that's going to be worth having long term.
Absolutely.
Period.
Absolutely.
So I think that it's a cop-out. But I think that, like I said, there's also mental and emotional factors that play into why women do that. So I feel like everyone's journey is different. I was just grateful that I don't struggle or am in certain lifestyles that make me feel constrained to go and do that, where I need to put that type of pressure on myself to show up. I'm just a regular girl that went and got in shape, and now I look extraordinary.
Right.
Thank God for that. But that could also be a complete different story.
Right, right. But yeah, because I see that often. I, will see women, they go get the cosmetic surgery. Then after that, they're in the gym with all of their fitness clothes on, saying that I'm putting the work in, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. And you're looking at her like, what are you talking about? You're not putting the work in. You just had surgery. So, it just looked weird to me when women do that, because it's just like, who are you kidding? Yeah. You understand? Like, for example, when I see your body, first of all, I love your body. I've told you that over and over again.
Thank you.
I can see this is a natural body that has been cultivated and worked on to get to where you are. You understand what I'm trying to say? But when you look at these cosmetic bodies and then they're in the gym, it's like, oh, girl, go have several seats.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, it's like, because they have to maintain it now,
Yeah.
which I'm glad that, like I said, I'm glad that you're doing it on the back end. But I just feel like it's such a risk. But I also sit because I have had cosmetic surgery. So I also feel like I say this from somebody that has laid on the table. And that's a huge risk you're taking.
Yes.
For vanity.
Yes.
And even me, and I can call myself out. Because I
Yes.
remember my first surgery when I got my implants. And I remember signing that document. It was like, we are not liable if you...
Yeah.
I said, I don't remember saying pregnant. I was like, wow, if I die over some vanity, that's wild.
Right.
But you have to have that moment with yourself where it's just like, that's
the risk you're
real.
taking.
That's the risk you're taking.
Yeah.
And that was just boobs, obviously, because it's like, I can't get boobs in the gym. So like, yeah. And it was crazy because my implants didn't even take.
Wow.
And I had to take them out 6 months later. I took them out 6 months later.
Because I was about to say, that does not look like implants.
And I removed them.
Okay, you removed
them. So then
them.
I went back and I reversed it. And yeah, now I'm more than happy.
Yeah, right? Natural is always beautiful. It really is.
And I did not want to have to worry about what I was going to do in 10, 15 years with that inside of me. At least with this, by all means, it's just
exactly. At least you know it's just you and this is what it is. I totally agree. Now, I know you mentioned earlier in the conversation how fitness brought you closer to God. Let's talk about that a little bit. What do you mean when you say that?
So I feel like my fitness journey has been like a true love letter to myself. And really me doing deep dives into deep parts of myself and trying to understand why I feel the way I feel about certain things, why I'm in certain places in my life, why things don't happen the way that I want them to, why things do happen the way that I want them to. Fitness was my first time relinquishing control and allowing myself to be led, but to be led properly, with people that actually had the tools and the resources so that I could shine.
Yes.
Through that, that's why I said I learned obedience. Fitness, and I tell people all the time, fitness taught me obedience. Fitness taught me patience. Because you don't get results like this wanting instant gratification.
No.
I had to be, I have to be very patient because I'm still working out as if I'm on my fitness journey current day. So those things were very important for me because I didn't see how in 2017 he was setting me up for something to happen later on. But through the refining that started in 2017, my ability to withstand that was cultivated through who I was already becoming. So I tell people all the time, like, fitness made me resilient to life. And not in a bad way, not numbing, but resilient in a way where when you actually take the time to cultivate and build yourself up brick by brick in the image that you see God see you, it's very hard for you to let people come in and destroy your home.
Oh yeah. You're absolutely
very
right.
hard. And that's not to say that you don't get hurt. It's not to say that you are not disappointed. It's not, but you understand that their calling on your life is greater. And you understand that when you are getting closer to where you are getting, and God is ascending you, that is when the devil will attack and come to steal, kill, and destroy. But because you are resilient, you recognize that, and now you work against it. And that has been, for me, the greatest thing, because I watched how starting my journey, not having so many things, to now, after a couple of years, I finally got myself into therapy. Because it's like, okay, cool, like you're doing this part. Let's figure out the emotional. Let's figure out the mental, because you could go further. There's still blockage here. Because that's the thing too. We have to understand that life requires growth, no matter what. You cannot just plateau and then cruise. You're going to hit a ceiling no matter what you're working on, and you're going to have to give yourself something else now to get to the next level. And that's what that has been for me. So therapy was the next thing after getting into like decent amount of shape. Therapy, because now I need to understand my heartbreak. I need to understand my relationship, because the relationship with myself is why I'm having these type of relationships with men. And if I want to change that, I need to figure out me. So now let me go see somebody so that we can go and take a deep dive into my childhood trauma, my heartbreak, all of these things that I have going on, and really learn myself. Because that's the thing too. We're so afraid to look at ourselves in the mirror and like expose who we truly, if you don't love who you are at your raw by yourself when nobody's around, I see why you're going to struggle in life when it comes to other people. And I needed to be good with myself before I can be good with anybody else. So that work, and that's why I said a lot of people want to be leaders that are not meant to lead because
Exactly.
you don't have humility.
Yes.
And you're
yes.
not able to stand in the mirror and look at yourself and really be honest with yourself. And it's like, I tell my girls, like, you can ask me anything. I have no shame. Anything that I have been through, or you are concerned and you want guidance, I will feel free to tell you whatever my experience is, because if it can help you to avoid anything, that I'm doing
Absolutely.
my job. And so, like, for me, that has been my thing. So when I went to therapy, started doing the work, and it's a process.
Yes, yes.
It's a process. So it does not all happen all in one, but
No.
if you want it bad enough, you're going
You're
to do
going
the
to get
work.
it. Mhm.
And after that, I remember 2022, I was dating someone for like 3 years, and I went through another heartbreak. And it wasn't as devastating as the first one, but there were things about myself that I felt like I had overcome, and I found myself still fighting it. So I saw that mirror of, oh no, there's still more work to be done here. So that took me to my relationship with God,
Yes.
going abstinent, stop dating men, pouring into myself, really spending time by myself, reading more. I was doing like 75 hard. Like,
Yeah.
I was just trying to really build myself up in a way where, okay, what are you missing? What can you give yourself? And really being my biggest advocator. And it changed the game.
Everything. Right.
So women all the time, like, if you can go go be who you need to
Yes.
be, and then you will see how you walk, and the things that you want are just attracted to you because you are already who you need to be to have it. And that was what
Absolutely.
changed for me. And I watched how, and I remember when I was on 75 hard, it's like about 11 to 12 weeks, and I was like, you're not going to miss church no Sunday in this 12-week span. I remember traveling to Atlanta, and I'm in the bathroom getting my makeup done, and I'm live streaming on YouTube because I was so serious about that commitment. Because
Yes, yes.
it's the commitment you make with yourself matters.
Matters.
And the more times you do the things that you say you're going to do, the more you reaffirm within yourself that you are who you say you are, and
Yes.
that's how you build confidence within. And that changed the game for me, and I was able to like thrive in that space, and I was really happy. Like, we think that we're like, we need companion, we're alone. No, what you need is to go love yourself more. And then it's like, when the more you love yourself, somebody's gonna come and see how much you love yourself and give you more of that love.
Absolutely.
And so you're not feeling like you're fighting for breadcrumbs, or you're pining for things that are
Absolutely.
not like, or beneath you.
Yes.
And that is what changed the game
The
for me. And I
game.
was able to like be able to like have something that I didn't think that I could have for so long because of your brokenness. But even in having it, and everything that glitters is not gold, but I am so strong in myself as a woman. It's like, I'm going to have exactly the life that I say I'm going to have,
Absolutely.
because I believe that that's what I deserve.
Yes, and you do. And you know what? I really admire you. I really do, Sajie. Just listening to you, as far as especially when you talk about how you just took that time out to do the work. You went to therapy. You know, you just wanted to make sure that you was working on yourself so that you can become your best self. And this is the same exact thing that I try to tell my ladies. You understand? You don't need to be dating if you're broken. You understand? You have nothing to offer anyone right now. You know, it is super important that you take that time out, whether it's a year, 2 years, whatever it may be, and work on you. Because once you work on you and you start really loving yourself, you're not going to tolerate someone coming into your life causing chaos or giving you bare minimum or giving you breadcrumbs. You understand?
Yes.
Because your worthiness, you now you know your worth. You understand? Your self-esteem is elevated. Your self-love is elevated. You understand? Because again, remember, people are people. And if you allow them to give you breadcrumbs or zero or nothing, that's what they're going to give you. You understand? But once you start loving yourself and realizing your worth, you're quick to say, oh no, that's not going to work for me.
Exactly.
You understand?
And also people don't try you as much.
Exactly.
The more you take yourself serious.
Yes.
Like, it almost, like, not gonna lie, it almost brings it down to such a minimum. Because it's like, people
Yes.
ask me certain questions, it's like, about my dating life, and I think it's so funny because it's like, I don't have those issues at all. Like, not in a bad way. Like, oh, I know dudes be at you. I'm like, no, dudes don't be at me.
No.
I don't think you realize what I am putting out in the world. Most dudes are probably intimidated by me
Exactly.
and cannot feel like they would approach me if they don't look at this girl getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, working, training, selling houses, doing this. It's a very hard act to follow if you are a man that is not really like figuring it out. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I'm trying to attach myself to someone that is going to lead.
That's
not
right. That's right.
Make me lost. So that's my thing. So it's like, no, I actually don't think that you understand. It's actually harder for me to date. It's actually harder for me to find love because I don't think you understand the no nonsense energy that I already like give
Exude.
off. So
Yes.
it's like you can't come play with me if you're not trying to come correct.
Absolutely. And I tell women that men can look at you. Do you understand? And I don't understand why women don't understand this. Men can look at you and tell, oh no, I'm not going to play with that one. I can't play with that one.
My man will tell you.
Okay.
When he saw me, I know what this is.
Okay.
I know what you are.
Absolutely.
You are the type of woman that men talk about that come into your life and make you change everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's the point. It's just like my husband. My husband was just, when I met my husband, he was a guy, had his women, He met me and shut everything down. Because again, he knew it was not, and I didn't have to say nothing. We didn't have to break up 100 times. And we didn't have to be going. No. My husband met me, realized I was somebody that he wanted, and shut it all down and cleaned house. You understand? So I repeat, this is what I tell women. You don't have to tell men anything, all right?
You have to let your aura speak.
Your
for
aura
itself.
is going to speak, okay?
A man knows exactly who to play with and who not to play with. And I feel like that's when I realized dating changed for me because it was like, you set the tone.
Yes.
If you're not okay with something, you don't say that you're not okay with it, then don't be upset when you start getting a bunch of stuff you don't want. But accountability is love. And also do not abandon yourself. Absolutely. I tell people all the time, like, I'm the greatest advocate for myself. I may hate to have certain conversations, but guess what? We're going to have to talk about this because I need to make sure that I have clarity, I'm good, and that's all that matters. And to be honest, you'll be surprised how much it brings you closer every single time.
Every time.
But you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. And I learned that too. That's why it's like when you find yourself, it's going to be easier to vet and sort out because it's going to align naturally. You're not going to have to do anything to have it.
And like I tell women, when men see that you have it together, and if they're not together, they're not going to play with you. They're not going to approach you. What happens, they go look for the woman who don't have it together, and their self-esteem is on the floor, what they perceive as low self-esteem, and they go play with them until they get themselves together. I tell women this all the time. Men know exactly what they are doing. You understand? So if you are a woman and you find yourself constantly going through chaos with a man, it's because how men see you. You understand? It's like a big sign on your forehead that says to men, come play with me, you can play with me. They read energy. So
you see it, and I see it not just through other people.
Yeah.
I saw it through myself.
Yeah.
I watched what my relationships looked like when I was earlier dating and compared to what I'm experiencing now. It's like night and day. But I didn't know myself.
Yeah.
I know myself now, so it's a little bit different. I know there's a line, so you have to always honor that. But back then, we just talk about boundaries, like figuratively, never enforcing them, and that's the difference. But you have to enforce the boundaries that you set to get the results that you want.
Absolutely, no boundaries. Hey, you open yourself up for anything.
Correct.
So I tell women that all the time. So listen, what are your thoughts about a woman who is married to, or whether they're married or maybe they're in a relationship, right? And the partner, the guy, he is a fitness person. He likes to keep his body right. You know, he really takes pride in himself. But on the flip side of that, the woman does not do the same. So my question with that is my statement with that, in addition to question, I just feel if you're in a partnership with a man who really takes care of himself, I truly believe it's important that you take care of yourself as well. What are your thoughts?
I don't think that the man even matters. I think you're supposed to be taking care of yourself. Period.
I agree.
That, like, I don't, what a man does or comes and does should not, it should be an extension or more or an addition to what you're already doing.
Yes.
You should want to already take care of yourself. I feel like that is most women's problem in dating. It's like we get too comfortable in certain situations, and it's like if you're not set in that situation the way that you need to be set in it, then you need to like always keep yourself up.
Yes.
Because these men keep themselves up. Even with their finances, if they're keeping up financially, they're going to be fine.
Absolutely.
They don't
That's
need
right.
the physical component the way that we may need the physical component. So it's very important that man aside or not, whether he get up and do it, you need to be getting up and doing it for yourself because you as a woman need it. You need it. And you need it more than they do.
Absolutely. But see, you have a lot of women though that get very comfortable in relationships and they just let themselves go. And then you'll see their partner and it's like, wow, he looks amazing. But what is going on with her? And I just feel that when you're in a relationship, whether you're in a relationship or not, let's just say that you should always want to take pride in the way that you look as a woman. Because when you look good, you feel good. When you don't look good, most likely you don't feel good. You understand?
Correct.
So
I think here's where my empathy comes in. A lot of people are struggling internally. So like I think like when things like that, or you see things like that, just deeper things are probably at work there, or they may just like it. And you know, I tell myself like it's hard to see certain things, but you can only lead a horse to the water. You can't make them drink it. But I do feel like women that don't keep up themselves are doing themselves a disservice.
I agree.
Period. Like there's so much power in just making sure you feel good, because then people can't take your power.
Yes.
And then you're always going to be your greatest advocate for yourself. And I think like that is always like the biggest thing I'm learning. It's like partnership is amazing, being coupled is amazing, cool, but self-preservation is so important.
Super.
Because at the end of the day, you really only have yourself. You're gonna come in this world by yourself. You're gonna leave this world by yourself.
Yes.
And I think it's so important to make sure that you're giving yourself what you need to be the best version of yourself. And you should have a partner that is encouraging that side
Absolutely,
of you.
yes.
I think like that is the problem when I see with relationships like that, because it's like, well, why haven't you? If my man is a fitness addict and I'm not in great shape, but I'm seeing how he's living his life and I'm seeing how he's thriving, because that's what I'm saying. These people are thriving.
Yes.
These people are in great moods. These people are probably getting promotions. These people have great friends, circles, great people. But people that work out are not unhappy people. Like, I don't think people understand that.
No.
So it's like, why haven't that rubbed off on you yet to see that like this could be also like the quality of your life? Because I think for me, it's like, if you and I start hanging out, after a while, you're going to start working out naturally.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just by proximity of being with me. Because you're going to be like, girl, every time I'm around you,
That's
you
right.
good. Like, you feel good. You looking good. Every time you see me, I'm meal prepping. I'm doing this. And you'll be like, you're going to want to ride that wave.
Your circle is very important.
And if I'm already in your life doing it, it's nothing for you to be like, hey, girl, what you cooking today? Send me this. And now let's do it together. And now hey, I don't want to do it by myself if I don't have to. So let's do it together.
Let's do it together.
That's how you build camaraderie, and that's how you build true community. So it's interesting, I feel like, when you are in those spaces and you haven't made that change.
Absolutely.
Because then it's like, well, what's really going on? That would be my only thing. Because I feel like after a while, if you are dating a fitness freak, you should at some point want to get it together, right? Like, this I know it ain't because it don't look good.
Okay. Exactly. I totally agree. Because like I say, it's just because I've seen that, several times, often as a matter of fact. And I'm just like, well, wow, he looks amazing. Why don't she want to look like that as well? You understand? But like you said, sometimes people are struggling with things. And not only that, sometimes you never know. Maybe their relationship is not the most happiest and she don't feel, inspired.
Kids, postpartum. It's
so many things.
So many things I feel like a woman battles daily, that it's like I want to but at the same time I'm like, you got to give them grace too, because you don't really know what it's like to walk in that shoe, and if it's really something that's keeping them, but you got to want to go and do that work.
I was about to say, but you got to put the work in, you understand? So it could be challenging, I guess. So let me ask you, what's your take on trendy workouts and social media fitness challenges? Helpful or hype?
Helpful.
Helpful.
I think
Okay.
anything that gets people motivated and excited about fitness is helpful. Now, obviously, don't do this at home. Like,
Yeah.
if you don't look safe. But I think, like, I love social media has been. I have pros and cons with social media.
Yes.
But a big pro, I feel like, with social media is it's definitely made people so much more hyper vigilant on their fitness and their health, because you constantly have people coming at you now telling you this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, this is good, this is good. So, like,
Yeah.
whatever gets you up and excited and motivated, I'm here for it.
Yes.
I'm here for it.
I love that. Sanji, this has been amazing.
Thank you.
You have been amazing.
Thank you.
I think that my ladies are going to find you to be so insightful, especially for those who are ready to get their fitness journey started, or for those who are already on their fitness journey. I think that this conversation is going to educate and enlighten so many women. And I just think that you were absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure to meet with you today.
And it was a pleasure having you. Again, Sanji, this wraps us up. Again, thank you for coming on Love Notes for Dummies podcast, hosted by myself, Natalie Clarice.
Thank you so much for having me, guys.
Bye, guys!
Talk about it, take some heat.